Hey friends, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 creepy movies for the Halloween season. These are not scary movies, these are creepy movies. So this is for those of you who love Halloween and love scary movies so much that you've run out of scary movies to watch, so now you get to watch the creepy ones. Or if you are just totally not into scary movies and you just want to watch like something that is like on the brink of being scary but more so just creepy, then this video is for you. Before we jump into today's video, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and let me know if you've never seen some of these movies that I'm going to be talking about today, because some of them are not that popular, but I really feel like they're really, really good movies, or else I wouldn't have put them on this list. Sorry about my hair too, because it's just like doing its own thing today. I just took it out of some braids and now I'm filming a video, so it looks a hot mess, and oh well. So number one is going to be The Shining. The Shining is such a good movie, Stephen King film to a movie, and such a good classic movie to watch. If you've never seen it, I'll give you kind of like a little synopsis. Basically, this couple and their son move to a hotel that they're going to be occupying all by themselves. He is an author and he just needs some peace and quiet. So during the off season, he goes and stays at this hotel, and weird things start to happen. So it is a really classic, kind of spooky, weird, creepy movie. But like no monsters or anything like that. Movie number two is Prom Night. I prefer the new Prom Night, but I've never seen the old Prom Night. So the original Prom Night has Jamie Lee Curtis in it, which she's a phenomenal actress. But for some reason I saw the newest Prom Night, I saw that one first, and I just like have no reason to watch the original in my mind. So you can watch either one if you want, but the one that I am partial to is the newer one. I just love Brittany Snow. I think she's a great actress, and I love how modern it is. So, super creepy. Again, a synopsis of that is a young girl is, one of her teachers gets obsessed with her, ends up doing horrible things to her family, and then ends up coming after her after years of being in prison, ends up escaping prison to come after her. So very, very interesting, very creepy movie. Number three is Carrie. I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're like, oh, that's a scary movie. It's not really scary. It's more so very creepy and weird. It is about a young girl who has a very, very strict mother. She gets made fun of at school, and she ends up, in short, getting back at them at the end of the movie, but yeah, she's got a very, like, I don't even know. I don't know if, I can't remember if she's like satanic or if she's got like certain type of power. I think she's got like certain powers or something that she has. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I like the original one better than the new one. I have seen both of them, but I would always prefer to watch the original one. I think it's just really classic. And I love that it takes place in, like, I think it's like the 60s or 70s. I like the prom get up and all of that. So I would say that's a really, really good movie to watch. But they both were really good. I just prefer the original. Number four. This one is such a good movie. It's called The Orphan. And it is about a little girl that gets adopted by this family, and they end up finding out that she's not who she said she is. And I won't go any farther into that, but really, really weird things start to happen in the house, and it's because of her, and it's creepy. So I would say definitely go watch that. I'm not sure if that is the original one. I think it is. But from what I know, it was made in the, like, probably like around 2010-ish. So that's the one that I am talking about, but it's such a good movie. Number five is The Visit. Now, I saw this in theater and absolutely loved the movie so much, but so we bought the movie because I loved it so much, and then I've showed it to Minnie, and referred it to many, and every single person that I've referred this to or watched it with has absolutely hated the movie. They thought it was really stupid. And so take with that what you will. I absolutely loved it. It's about these two kids, it's brother and sister, and mom sends them off to their grandparents. They've never met their grandparents before, and they end up staying with them, and some weird stuff starts to happen. I'm not going to give that away, but some really weird stuff starts to happen. And I just thought it was a really, really good movie. And the little boy in that movie is hilarious. So yeah, it was a really, really good movie. Number 6 is Hush. This movie, I believe, is on Netflix, but it is such a good movie. I love that it brings to light a deaf person. So the main character is deaf, and she is being sort of like stalked by a stalker, obviously, and he is trying to get in her house and trying to get to her, and it just brings to light how smart and intelligent deaf people are, and how attentive they are to certain details that maybe we wouldn't be. And I don't know, I just think it's a really, really good movie, and I was definitely excited to see. I went to college for sign language interpreting, and so I was really excited to see a deaf person play a main character of a thriller, and it all together turned out to be an actual really, really good movie. So definitely check that out. And like I said, I think it's on Netflix. Number 7 is The Uninvited. This movie, as far as I can tell, is not very popular. I loved this movie. I rented this movie over and over and over again. I've probably seen it like 5 or 6 times. It came out in, sorry, I have some notes here. It came out in 2009, so it hasn't been out for like a whole lot of years, but it's been out more than 10 years at this point. And I don't know that it has too many like popular actresses or actors. The one that I can think of that would be the most popular, she plays Lindsay on Gilmore Girls. She plays Lexi on Vampire Diaries, so she's in that movie. But it's about this girl who just comes home from like being at a psychiatric ward, and she comes home and she sort of like, if I say any more, I'll give it away. So she comes home and she faces some deep struggles, I will say. And it ends up at the end of the movie, you're just going to be like, what? So it's that kind of movie, and it was just really, really good. Movie number 8 is The Sixth Sense. I can't tell you how many years it's been since I've actually watched the movie, because I think it's so long. It's such a long movie, but it is so good. I've seen it 2 or 3 times in my lifetime, and every time I watch it, I'm like, that was such a good movie. So it's definitely about this little boy who has an intuition of specific things, and he can see dead people and all this stuff, and it's creepy. It's just it's an all-around good, like, super creepy one. So if you're in it for like a long movie, you really want to like watch a movie, like an afternoon movie, this is your movie. Turn that on. I think it's like 2 hours long, maybe a little bit more. So it's a really good movie though. It's got Bruce Willis in it, and I can't think of for the life of me any other name of any other person in that movie, but it is a really good movie. Number 9 is The Omen. So I believe there's even a brand new Omen, but I've never seen that one. The Omen that I'm speaking of today is 2006. It came out in 2006. I do believe that one was a remake from the one that came out in like 1967 or 1976 or something like that. I've never seen that one either, so I've seen the one in 2006. Was really, really good. It's about this little boy who basically is Satan's son, if you will, and he's creepy, and he does things with his mind, and yeah, that one's borderline scary. Borderline. So if you're like really wanting to stay away from like super creepy, I would not watch that one. That one is pretty spooky. Not scary, I wouldn't say scary, but it's pretty spooky. And then last but not least, today's last movie to wrap this video up is Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn has always been one of my favorites, but I don't watch it a lot because it's long. I believe it's a Stephen King. I believe. I might be wrong on that. But the original one is my favorite. I've seen the new one. I thought it was stupid. So the original one was my favorite. It is about this couple who is on their way to a specific destination, and they see like a child in the street, like a child's body in the street. So they stop, of course. And then they happen into this like little town that is actually run by children. And the children are like needing to find a sacrifice. So they want to, they've made it their goal to like, they've killed all the adults in this town, and like they're wanting to like sacrifice, you know, these people that stop in their town as like a demonic sacrifice type thing. It's very strange, it's wacky, it's creepy. It'll ruin the names of the children. I think their names are Isaac and, oh, I can't think for the life of me what the other one is. Malachi. I think it's Isaac and Malachi. They're both biblical names, of course. But really good movie, the original one. I would not refer you to the new one because I just think it's dumb. But anyway, those are 10 movies that you can watch if you really want to watch a creepy movie and not really go much into a actual scary movie. I thought I would make this for those of you I know who absolutely love those thriller twist, kind of on the edge of spooky, but you just don't like the scary. You don't like Michael Myers, you don't like Scream, you don't like, you know, Freddy or Jason or any of the monsters or like demonic movies where it's like possessions, like Amityville Horror or The Exorcist or anything like that. So none of those movies that I just named are scary. They're just kind of creepy. Some of them are more creepy than others, so give or take, but this is for you if you like more of the creepier style of movies. So I hope that you enjoyed. Like I said at the beginning, don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you've seen any of these movies, if you agree, if you disagree, if you're going to be watching any of these. And you can always ask me where to find these movies at on a streaming website, or you can just Google it. I know of some of them off the top of my head that are like on HBO Max or Netflix or you know, Amazon Prime, things like that. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here, but I'm so happy to have chatted with you, and I'm glad that you stuck around this long and hung out with me today. So I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye, guys.